Hi, Maureen. I have reviewed your project. It's very well organized. You have a clear focus and an audience, and you have clear ideas of your outcomes. You are connecting it with learning goals, which is great. And you've given a good sense of the four tools that you've used. And the purposes for those tools. Although the Canvas AI, I'm not sure about the professional teacher guides, what comes out, but and then you've got a timeline, and uh, given your project, and then your self-evaluation criteria. Um, the one, yes, okay, I'll just keep going, but I'll come back to the self-evaluation. Anticipated challenges. Um, okay, so you've got those down. You've got your final idea, and then you've got these lovely visuals that I'm assuming you created. Although you're probably frustrated with this because it says hash lights instead of highlights, which sometimes it's hard to do words with images, and which is sometimes better just to do the images and then insert the words in, like with Canva. And then you've got this large, which I'm assuming, yeah, in the morning schedule. So it looks all good. It'd be nice if it was sort of a general way to do this. Um, this so anybody could do it because obviously it takes a lot of time. Now, this stuff I would imagine is pretty easy to do, right? This is not uh, necessarily something that AI you would need. You could just get those images and put them in there. So you've got okay, so you've given a little guide there, which is lovely. So the only thing missing from this is the actual self-evaluation. So this is a rubric, which honestly isn't Mm, it's fine, but it doesn't really tell the whole picture. So I would encourage you to give me a self-evaluation. I need that. I mean, it looks like a quality work to me, uh, but I'd like to see how you're evaluating it. So you've got part of that evaluation and the tools you've used. You really haven't given me a detailed description of how those tools were used. You haven't shown me how these learning goals have been achieved, and that's kind of important because well, actually, that's the most critical part. Actually, is the learning goals achieved, and you haven't, aside from the learning goals, well, it could be in the learning goals. You haven't uh, given me an idea about lessons learned, which I think is pretty important in this. But overall, I think you've done a really nice job.